Hi everybody, welcome back to More Than a Garden Homestead. My name's Erin and I'm here today in my kitchen. A few things have changed around here. It's gotten a little colder. It's October 8th and today we're going to do a few things. We're going to talk about applesauce, we're going to plant some garlic, and I'm going to show you the chickens. They've been growing. We don't have any eggs yet. We probably won't for a while, but I'll talk about that a little bit later. Today, I have a lot going on here in the kitchen. I am in the process of cooking up some applesauce behind me here. It's almost ready. It's almost cooked down enough. If you've ever had homemade applesauce, you know that store-bought applesauce just won't do it anymore. So I'm going to try to, this is the first year that I'm actually going to be canning what I make and trying to get enough to make it through the winter, because it's a great snack around here. We love it as a snack. We love it as a dessert. And like I said, the stuff that we buy in the store, although I still do buy it from the store, it just doesn't taste as good. And if you can get apples that you picked yourself, that makes it taste even better. I've been making it for years, and I really like the way it tastes if you use more than one type of apple. So right now I've got 3 types of apples in here. Let me show you. It's starting to cook down. It's really cooking down well back here. Okay, so it's really cooking down well. I've got 3 different types of apples in here. I've got Gala apples, Granny Smith, and Cortland's in here right now. I put some, I'm using the ball canning recipe, so I put some lemon juice in it along with some sugar, and I just sprinkle a little bit of cinnamon in there, and it's cooking down nice. So we got that. So while that's cooking down and simmering for a few more minutes, I have got some garlic that I want to plant. Now, I'm really excited about this garlic this year because I have not had my own garlic from my garden in 2 years. And that is because we thought we were moving and I didn't want to plant any and not be able to actually harvest it. Although we may still at this point, we don't know, I'm going to plant garlic because I miss it. So garlic is super easy. It's not very labor intensive. So even if I don't harvest this, it doesn't cost me very much in time or effort. So I'll take you out there. I'll show you how to plant garlic. October is the perfect time to plant garlic. So let's go on out and I'll show you how. It's pretty windy out here today. It's a little brisk, but I wanted to show you behind me is where I'm going to plant my garlic, and I'll give you a quick scan. I just going to do a quick scan of the garden because I wanted to keep it for my own records. So here we go. This is where I had some of the tomato plants, and I'm going to just put the garlic in the ground here. I really love this. I have to put this in. This is the nasturtium. I moved it from the other side. It was over on the other. It was hanging over behind me, but I put it here so I could see it in the window in the morning when I look out. So this is still going, and I've got some of these long beans that we did get a meal out of the one, but these I'm just letting them go, and I'm going to pick some and save the seeds. So that's what I'm doing there. And it still looks pretty, just kind of going along there. Now, I do want to mention here that these trellises did not do what I thought they would do with the beans that I planted. So next year, or wherever we happen to be, I'm going to plant my cucumbers and squash along these because I think those will definitely grow up along here a lot nicer. So we'll come over here, and I did plant some cooler weather things. I've got some peas growing here, and we'll see how those go. They're just kind of going along slowly now because everything has gotten so cold, but we'll see what happens with those. And then some carrots. And I had trouble with the carrots over on the other side as well because I had little critters were eating them. So they didn't really have a chance to grow, but I'm hoping that I can get these to grow a little larger before we get too cold and they won't grow anymore. And then the celery, I'm going to have to do another small harvest of celery and dry that. And that's really, I like to throw that into soups, the dried celery into my soup. So we got plenty of that for the year. And these tomatoes are probably going to go to the chickens in a couple of days. There's a couple more green ones there. I can probably, well, I think I'll just give those to the chickens too and just let them have a treat. And then these bachelor buttons are still so pretty. So we're going to keep those as long as they continue to have color in the garden. And then over here, of course, is waiting next year. We were planning on doing some sort of a cold frame here, but I don't know if we're going to get to that. So, yeah. And then I've got over here I'm going to be planting this raspberry that I got from out front. And we're going to take this one and plant it right around the corner, right there in that little corner behind the compost bin. And just kind of fill in that corner with a little raspberry bush. So that's that for the garden. Now I'm just going to get over here and plant this garlic out. And it's just so easy. You don't have to do anything. Just water it a little bit and cover it with, got some straw that I'm going to cover it with. And then you can cover it with grass clippings. I've used leaves in the past. And you just let it go. And then in the spring and early summer, in the beginning of June, you'll be able to start to harvest it. And it's just so wonderful to have your own garlic because a lot of the garlic that you buy in the grocery store isn't local, doesn't even come from America. So you're not even really sure where it's coming from or how it's grown. And so I feel that it's really important if you have just a little space. It doesn't take much, and all you need is one garlic and each clove you plant separately. I'll show you in a minute. I've had varying success with seed garlic. This garlic I just bought from the grocery store. It's local garlic. So I like to buy local garlic because I know that it's going to do well in this climate. I've had better success with garlic that's local than I have with seed garlic. So that being said, let's go do that. Okay, so I'm going to pull these garlics apart. It's a big one. Probably should have done this in the house with a knife and pulled them apart better, but I was in a hurry to get out here. I think I'd rather work out here in the sun doing this and get as much vitamin D as I can to gear up for winter. Get your vitamin D now because we don't get a lot of sun around here in the winter. So I'm just going to pull these apart. Okay, so as I pull these apart, I'm just going to lay them out where I want them and then bury them. You're going to want to bury them. If you look at the garlic clove here, I'll show you. Okay, you look at the garlic clove and the bottom, it's kind of got this little, that's what you want to go down into the soil, and you want this to be up. And you don't have to bury it very far. You only have to bury it a few inches down and then cover it over with whatever ground cover you want. Got some extra straw bale over there that we used to grow some grass that we needed to grow in an area. So that's what we're going to do. And these are kind of big, so I'm glad. And we'll get these in and I'll show you how. Well, I probably should have my trowel, but we'll do this. Put that in there. Okay. I'm going to lay the rest of these out before I actually plant them so I'm going to put that there. I'm going to put them about this far apart from each other. Lay them out just like this. And then go back through. Put one here. Oh, Chappy, what is it? Like them. This one. I'll just shove this one right there. Okay. So I'm not really, I mean, you can be neater than me, I'm sure. That's my garlic for next year. I'm not even sure what kind of garlic it is, but we'll see if it even grows. I don't know. But like I said before, I've had more success just planting local garlic than I did buying the fancy seed garlic from companies. And they sell out pretty fast. They might even already be sold out at this point. So if you want to try some garlic, it's such a simple thing to do. You will be harvested in June, so it's before you will plant a lot of your things. So the reason why I put that over here is because by the time I harvest this garlic next year, then I'll be able to plant some of my summer crops there. So it's great. It's perfect crop for right now. So now let me take you over to see what you really want to see is the chickens. They're growing, they're amazing. Let's go. So I ran in and got some of this beautiful stuff from the applesauce to give to the chickens. I like to try to give them a little treat every day. So there's always something fun for them. And they see me coming. Let me turn this around so you can see them. Hello. Hello, sweeties. See how they come to see me. They come right up and they know I'm bringing them something good. Let's go. Let's go in. Let's see. I'll show you the outside of the coop. It's pretty much done. But hello. I have treats for you. Oh, you're excited, aren't you? Now you'll notice we only have 7, and that's because one of our chickens was a rooster. And I'm not sure if I mentioned that. I can't remember if I did make a video of that, but I didn't ever put it up. So yeah, Liberty went to a farm. We miss him. So okay, so here we go. We've got Diana, and the next one is you three. Okay, that's Marilla, Fuzz in the middle, Anne, Ruby, Rachel, Juggernaut, and Diana's trying to pick at my foot. Hey, come on over here. Come over here. This is wonderful. Look at all this. You are going to enjoy this so much. So Ruby was the one that they were picking on, that we had to separate her. And then she was crying so much. And then they started picking on Fuzz. She's right here. So we put Fuzz with Ruby, and Fuzz never picked on Ruby. They just stayed together in the guinea pig cage for a couple of days until Ruby healed. And then we slowly integrated them back in just at night. And then when we put them out here during the day, and then we were bringing them still in at night because the coop wasn't finished, they were very happy, and they had a lot of room, and they didn't pick on each other anymore. So they will start laying anywhere from, what I've read, 18 to 36 weeks. This is their 18th week today, or this week, actually. It was a couple days ago. And so we haven't seen anything yet, but I'm kind of thinking that we might not see too many eggs until spring, just simply because chickens slow down anyway in the winter when it gets cold and there isn't as much sunlight. So we're not sure when we're going to get eggs from them. But they are such a joy. They're so fun to watch. Hey, away from my feet. Don't peck my feet. Gotta get some boots on. I shouldn't wear these shoes in the coop because they go after me. Especially if I have my toenails painted red or something. They really like to get at that. So we love you all so much. You're all so sweet. You're noisy today. Really, this is about as noisy as they get. So if you're thinking about getting these for your backyard, I say do it. Definitely do it. Get ready for next spring. There are a couple of things that I would probably have done differently. Somebody's having fun. I don't know if you heard that. Somebody's shouting happy over there. There are a couple things we would have done differently. We probably would have gotten the coop ready first and bought the chickens sooner. But we couldn't really do that because it took us a while to get the permission. So if you're planning on doing this, start now with getting ready for spring, because spring comes fast. Winter's long, but spring comes fast. Let me give you a quick tour of the coop. So this, of course, is the run, and they've got lots of room in here. We've hung their food. We put their water up on blocks, and that seems to work well. We got the metal one so that we could then get a heater for it, and we still haven't gotten that, and we'll have to get that soon. So the heater. Now the heater's important around here because the water will freeze. So we do, hey, ouch, okay. So we do move things around a little bit too. So they've got a couple of places to perch and an old chair that Sean had built that's falling apart. Can't sit on it anymore, so they love it, and it's a fun thing for them to do. Okay, ladies, I don't have anything more for you. Go back to they're pretty much destroying those. They've eaten half of those apples already. Seems, or they're just scratching them around. They'll be gone, probably. At least, and I know by the end of the day they'll be gone. What do you want, Diana? Hello, Fuzz. Little sweeties. They're my little sweeties. All right. Well, let me take you to the outside of the coop. I'll pan out so you can see this beautiful coop. Sean did just such an amazing job here. And he got a lot of his idea and inspiration from a channel called Carolina Coops. And we watched a couple of other YouTube videos. I can't remember who they were now. But look at that. It's gorgeous. We wanted to make sure that they had enough room so the run is maybe bigger than you would do if you had free range. And I think that when we do have the ability to free range them, we're going to expand out from the door coming out this way towards me with a run that is that has the light coming in more, but we'll cover it with the hardware cloth so that the hawks can't get to them, but we'll bring it out more towards where I'm standing. So if you come around this way, you'll see this is the nesting box, and right now it's just locked, and we just have it from the other side. Here, I'll show you. We can come in here. No, this is locked too. Well, if you'll see from here, it's blocked off right now because they're not laying yet. And what you want to do is you want to cover up their nesting box until they do start laying. Otherwise, they'll go in there and they'll poop and they'll sleep and they'll think it's just another place to hang out. And we want them to just lay their eggs in there when it's time. So we keep an eye out for eggs. And when they start, oh, hello. You like your coop, don't you? This is Marilla. Marilla. Oh, and here comes Diana. They're so curious. They want to know what I'm doing in their house. So it's nice and warm in here for them now. The hardware cloth is much better than chicken wire. Chicken wire will keep them in, but won't keep things out, won't keep predators out. So we built this coop to be Fort Knox for these little ladies because we want to keep them. Not only are they an investment for our family, but they're our pets and we love them. And oh, here's Rachel. Rachel's curious. So funny. Oh, you're so funny. Yeah, I'll close it up now, okay? I'll close you in. Make sure that you have ventilation up at the top, away from, if you'll see that there. If you'll see, okay, there. That way the wind, it won't be windy though, but there will be ventilation. And so we've closed up these windows are open obviously in the summer, but now we've closed them. And they have their little area under here that they like to go under. There's nobody under there right now. But they usually go under there in the afternoon and have a little nap. But now I think they're too excited because I'm around. They love it. Every time we come out the door, they all run to this side to see us and see what we're bringing them or what we're going to do. Walk around this way. So we will be covering this part of the coop, this side here, and this side over here with some sort of a plexiglass to keep the wind out and the snow soon, while still keeping it open enough for them to get sunlight. I also like, I have to show you this. We like craftsman style, so Sean added these to the roof. They're dual purpose. They look nice, they're craftsmanish, and they also kind of keep an added extra layer of roof sturdiness for winter with snow. So it gives it a little bit more of a sturdy roof line, but it's also very cute. And I like that he added those. Right, well, here they are. Yeah, the apples have quieted you down, huh? Not really. Oh, they're almost gone. Oh, I'm glad they enjoy them. It's a new way to use kitchen scraps. And then what we're going to do with this, we're using the deep litter method as well. And that's basically in the winter, we will just, this will just keep getting turned. And by spring, we'll have compost. So we'll scrape it all out in the spring along with the stuff in the coop and put in new and use this in the garden. So it's extra compost, extra good stuff. So chickens are wonderful. They're a lot of fun. All right, so that's it for today. I hope you're enjoying your fall. I hope that you are getting your gardens put away and everything is getting set up for winter, and that you are starting to plan for your spring gardens and summer gardens next year. I'd like to encourage you, if, like I said before, if you've ever thought about getting chickens, go do it. You need to do it because it's such a great thing to do. They're not hard to take care of. They are so easy. They're so fun to watch. They're such a blessing, really. And when we get eggs, we're going to be so excited to finally have our own eggs. And I'll share that with you when it happens. I'm going to get going now because I have to get in there and I'm going to can my applesauce this afternoon. So, with that, I'll say goodbye. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Please hit the like button. Let me know down in the comments if you plan on getting chickens next year. That would be really exciting to me to know that I had inspired someone else to get chickens, to start a garden. Because you know what? I will be inspired to know that I have inspired someone to get chickens. It would make me feel good to know that I had helped someone to do that and to become more sufficient in their own backyard. Because you can start where you are and do what you can with what you have. It's not too late. I'll see you next time. Bye.